Good evening. Kimberly is away tonight. World Cup celebrations continue here in Ottawa. From German supporters filling bars to Dutch fans turning local pubs orange. The tournament is drawing crowds and giving local businesses a big boost. The game's a chance for residents to reconnect with their roots, celebrate their culture, and share the experience with friends and family. CTV's Josh Marano reports.
The black, red and gold on full display as Germany opens their World Cup tournament against Curacao. Alexander Walter is here at Braumeister Bierhalle, supporting his country and soaking in the atmosphere with fellow supporters and his family.
It's really special to me to watch the game and have my kids experience the game here.
All, of course, in a traditional German-inspired bar.
They have pretzels here, they have good beer here, so I think they're doing a great job of doing the German experience for everyone.
I had Leberkäse and Spätzle for breakfast at home this morning, and now I'll have more German food here.
According to staff, reservations for Sunday's match filled up quick, which is something they've seen for almost every game so far of the World Cup.
We have the outdoor seating, and we have the television outside, and then we have the type of service that we're hoping to be able to accommodate everybody that we possibly can.
Some braving rainy conditions just for a seat. Packed venues all across Ottawa, including local heroes, where orange colors filled the bar as Dutch supporters gather to watch the Netherlands kick off their tournament.
That's the best part, I tell you. We bring the party.
Another spot taking full advantage of one of the busiest times of the year.
It comes around every 4 years, right? So it's when it happens, everyone loves to come out, support, cheer on their team, and we got Canada in the World Cup this year too, which is awesome. So we're excited to see what's going to happen.
Back at Braumeister, it's a win in the books for Germany and a lasting memory made for the Walters.
I speak German with my kids, so it's really important that they kind of see the games and experience it and enjoy it the same I did as a kid.
Josh Marano, CTV News.
Kingston City Council is set to vote on renaming a road with a controversial name this week, but some residents say the process is leaving them out of the conversation. The street in question is called Indian Road, and while many in the community would like to see the name remain, others disagree. CTV's Kimberly Johnson reports.
The renaming of Indian Road is something Jennifer Lamb disagrees with.
They're taking away my home. Been here so long.
She moved here 37 years ago and says at the time the name was meant to honor First Nations peoples. But the name could change this week. City Council will vote on that possibility in the coming days, something many on the street say they do not want to see.
I have First Nations people in my family. I have First Nations friends, and it's an honorarium to who they are. And they are strong people. Eclectic people that are talented.
It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money.
The area councillor says he conducted a survey and found the majority of the residents do not want the name changed, with 85% of respondents rejecting all 4 alternative Indigenous names.
There are ways to change things, and that's what democracy is about. I've done 3 surveys of this entire neighborhood, or this entire street, and the numbers don't suggest that we should be changing this. If it happens organically, then I would be very much in support of changing it.
It's time for us to change the name.
However, the executive director of the Kingston Native Centre and Language Nest says the name is derogatory to many.
It's one of these minor steps towards a healthier Kingston, a healthier Ontario, and a healthier Canada. That when we get the opportunity to change these things that do make Indigenous people feel uncomfortable, and for some people actually initiates a trauma response.
This is the 3rd time a name change has been considered. The councillor who put forth the motion says Kingston bylaws require derogatory names be changed. Residents would receive support and financial compensation.
It's a step that I hope anyone would take with any name that would be harmful or hurtful to any group of people. And so we need to weigh this within the broader context of our policies and what we want as a city.
The vote will take place Tuesday night. Kimberly Johnson, CTV News, Kingston.
Time now for our first check on the weather. These are some beautiful geese that we're feeding tonight by the Maple Island. And taking a look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, it's 14 degrees outside and pretty rainy at the moment. Now here's a look at our weather overnight. We are expecting showers to last into the early hours of Monday and a mix of sun and cloud to start the work week. It is going to be a beautiful day in the capital, cloudy on Tuesday, but here, take a look at the seasonable temperatures over the next 24 hours. Waking up to 13 degrees tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. By 4 p.m., about 21 degrees, so cooler than we saw at the end of last week where we had that high humidex. And here's a look at our current temperatures in the nation's capital. It is 17 degrees. Firefighters say a patient was injured after a fire broke out inside the Pembroke Regional Hospital. The Pembroke Fire Department says crews were called to the hospital shortly before 8 o'clock this morning. Thick, dark smoke was coming from a room in the hospital, and staff had evacuated the entire floor. One patient suffered burns, and an investigation to determine the cause of the fire is now underway. A man riding a scooter suffered serious injuries after colliding with a vehicle near the Carlingwood Shopping Centre tonight. Ottawa paramedics say they were called to the area of Carling Avenue and Fairlawn Avenue around 8:10 p.m. The man was taken to the Ottawa Hospital Trauma Centre with serious injuries. Another person was treated at the scene but refused to be transported to hospital. Ottawa police say Carling Avenue is closed in both directions between Fairlawn Avenue and Iroquois Road. Ottawa fire crews responding to a blaze in Osgood this afternoon. Firefighters were called out to the 3600 block of River Road, about 50 kilometers south of downtown Ottawa. And as you can see, a stretch of the road is still closed. Flames were spreading from the deck to the side of the house and the garage. And crews had to contest with some hazards such as live underground hydro lines. There's no word on any injuries. An elementary school in the Glebe is canceling a drag queen storytime event that was planned for Pride Month. In an email to CTV Ottawa, the principal and vice principal of Muchmore Public Elementary School say the decision to cancel was due to questions about curricular alignment. The drag event was supposed to go ahead this coming Friday. The school added it remains committed to fostering an inclusive and welcoming environment for all students. Well, cyclists flooded Little Italy today for the Preston Street bicycle races. Bike Race Ottawa returning for another year as hundreds of people powered through the rain to race through Little Italy. And this is the second longest bike race in Canada, marking its 52nd anniversary. Some high-flying competition once again this year with some of the top cyclists in the city taking part.
You see some pretty good no matches about.
Now oh, goodness me.
Coming up after the break, Ottawa Rapid FC takes on the Vancouver Rise on the West Coast. We'll have the game highlights right after the break. Here's a look at our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It's 14 degrees outside at the moment. Well, Ottawa Rapid FC up against the Vancouver Rise this afternoon in British Columbia.
You see some pretty good no matches about.
Now oh, goodness me. What a fine strike that is.
Ottawa opening the scoring 27 minutes into the game. Midfielder Mina Lee scoring that one. And the final score, 3-1 for Ottawa in the late stages. Ottawa's plays next on June 21st at home against Toronto. Well, time now for our look at our main weather tonight. You can see this beautiful shot on the Minto Bridge. And taking a look at our satellite and radar, you can see that we do have some rainy conditions lasting into the overnight hours. But tonight's low in Ottawa, pretty seasonable for this time of year. Only about 12 degrees, 14 in Cornwall, 6 degrees in Bancroft. So pretty chilly over there. But looking over into Gatineau, 11 degrees is the low, 16 in Montreal. Now, tomorrow it will be pretty seasonable for this time of year, getting up to a high of 21 degrees in Ottawa. So a beautiful way to start the work week, 21 in Cornwall and 20 degrees in Brockville. Now, looking in other areas of the province, 19 in Kentville and 21 over in Quebec in Gatineau. Now, here's a look at our 7-day forecast. You can see Pretty consistent right across the board for this week, getting up to a high on Wednesday of 23 degrees, where we do have a chance of showers. And those showers lasting into the rest of the week. Thursday and Friday, we do have a 40% chance of showers, and into the weekend as well. It looks like the best days of the week are going to be Monday and Tuesday, so you'll want to get outside and enjoy that sun. Well, turning now to an event literally fighting food insecurity in Ottawa. Punches for Plates supporting the Ottawa Food Bank took place at the Rideau Curling Club.
There has been no recent memory that I have that food has been more expensive nor more difficult to put on a plate, and so hence Punches for Plates, we're making efforts to just make it a little easier.
Sponsor boxers raising $2,000 each and training for 17 weeks leading up to the event. Organizers say they expect to raise more than $40,000 by the time it all wraps up. And Punches for Plates comes as food bank use surges here in the capital.
Sometimes, unfortunately, it takes a crisis to be able to accelerate some of these things.
After the break, ongoing calls for Montreal police to have body cameras. Why people are speaking out right after the break. There's a renewed push for the use of body cameras on police officers in Montreal. It comes in the wake of an investigation into allegations of racism amongst the city's police force. CTV's Sweeta Rashi reports.
Montreal North Mayor Christine Black was overcome with emotion.
Il y a beaucoup de frustration.
Her frustration comes after 16 Montreal police officers from Station 39 have been accused of racism targeting Black and Arab communities. 14 of those officers have been either reassigned or relocated. 2 are suspended and now under investigation by the prosecutor's office. In the wake of the allegations, the City of Montreal is renewing its push for body cameras. Jim Bass, who is responsible for safety and prevention, says the administration has put aside $40 million for the implementation. But the green light has yet to come from the provincial government.
Sometimes, unfortunately, it takes a crisis to be able to accelerate some of these things.
Quebec's Domestic Security Minister, Yann Lafrenière, took to social media, saying he is committed to moving forward.
Had they had body cameras on, more than likely they would have turned them off.
Alan Babineau from the Red Coalition says body cameras are part of the answer. But he adds better screening of officers and real consequences when the line is crossed are just as critical.
The zero tolerance, it's a good sort of a catchphrase, but unless it's met with very serious consequences, it is just paying lip service.
While the investigation continues, the borough mayor is urging people who have experienced racial profiling, discrimination, or racist behavior by police to come forward. Sweeta Rashi, CTV News.
Former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is responding to scrutiny of his decision to attend the FIFA World Cup opening ceremony in the United States and not in Canada. Trudeau was in California on Friday to watch his girlfriend Katy Perry perform at the U.S. kickoff. He took to social media this weekend, writing, "Sometimes supportive boyfriend duties call, but you know who I'm rooting for to take the cup," along with a Canadian flag.
Over the 18 months plus that I've been here, I've been able to sort of partner with others to open a clinic.
Coming up, as millions of Canadians struggle to find a family doctor, scores of physicians in the UK are unable to find jobs. That right after the break.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe,
where foodies love their sweets
and markets bursting with flavor,
wrapped up in waterways
and hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
meets the past,
where people come together.
Always proud,
often loud,
and positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
As millions of Canadians struggle to find a family doctor, scores of physicians in the UK are unable to find jobs. CTV's Adrian Gabriel has more on how this could help people here at home gain access to care.
Doctors need jobs. Patients need doctors.
For months, labour unrest has forced resident doctors in England to hit the picket line.
The government needs to rebuild the NHS.
This coming week, doctors in that country will stage a walkout, marking the 16th time they've done so during a long-running dispute over wages and the lack of available jobs for graduates. This British Medical Journal report claims that physicians and specialists are, quote, quietly quitting or looking to make the move across the Atlantic.
They leave for other countries. So I've had colleagues who leave for Canada, is a very popular destination.
Family doctor Francis Okoro is one of the doctors who've made the jump.
Over the 18 months plus that I've been here, I've been able to sort of partner with others to open a clinic downtown. And I feel that that's something that just wouldn't be possible in the UK.
Last year, 2 in 5 Canadians reported that they didn't have a family physician. Access to care is a national problem. In December, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada launched targeted immigration measures to boost Canada's supply of doctors. The federal government didn't respond to our email today asking how many physicians have been lured to Canada this year, though Dr. Okoro, who moved from Birmingham in 2024, sees international recruitment as part of the solution to get more highly skilled medical professionals into the country.
Canada has recently opened its doors to those from the UK, those from Australia who have a family physician qualification, meaning that there aren't necessarily extra exams that you have to take.
There are factors that you believe still need to be considered as we welcome new doctors into Canada.
The key thing that Canada obviously has to make sure is that the process in order to recruit doctors is rigorous, because you're trying to obviously maintain a certain level of quality as well.
A new pipeline of professionals would be welcome news for patients facing the pointed national problem.
As of 2025, a Health Canada report noted that the country was short more than 22,000 family physicians. The work continues to close the gaping gap. Adrian Gabriel, CTV News, Toronto.
As she scores her latest #1 hit during Pride Month, Ariana Grande is using her spotlight to fuel a new charitable effort. Hate That I Made You Love Me debuted at the top of several charts, including the Billboard Hot 100. And as Grande's latest single gets that attention, she posted Friday that she's launching the Brighter Days Ahead Foundation. The pop star says funds raised will go towards defending trans and LGBTQ+ rights and supporting organizations that provide what she called the safe space and care that is desperately needed by so many right now. Still ahead, here's something you probably haven't seen: a police officer joining in on the FIFA World Cup festivities with a little flair of his own. That coming up.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Take your weekend path. We've got the Bronco Sport for it.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Time now to take a look at our wake-up weather for tomorrow morning, getting up to a high of 15 degrees with cloudy conditions in the morning. And here's a look at our 7-day forecast. You can see heading into the work week, a high of 21 degrees and a mix of sun and cloud on Monday, cloudy conditions on Tuesday, but also beautiful temperature of 22. And then by Wednesday, we do have a slight chance of showers. Well, finally for us tonight, here's something you probably haven't seen: a police officer joining in on the FIFA World Cup festivities with a little flair of his own. A Boston police officer could be seen wowing a crowd at the city's World Cup Fan Fest with soccer skills, keeping up the ball using his feet. And soon after, people jump in, cheering and embracing the officer in a group hug. Now, Boston is one of the host cities at this year's World Cup. Well, that's CTV News for this Sunday, June 14th. CTV News continues online anytime with our digital team, keeping you up to date at ctvnewsottawa.ca. And you can also watch our newscast live on the CTV News app anytime. From all of us tonight, have a great